Alrighty then, let's move on to another type of scenario. No growth. No growth. Okay. No growth typically happens when a company has reached maturity. It's become old, the company's older, and they've penetrated the market as deeply as they can, and growth goes away. The company continues to survive, it continues probably to be profitable, but there is no more growth. Okay? So the products and services in the markets are old, may be profitable, no longer growing. For example, consider a company that in this position that pays a dividend of $3, but they don't anticipate being able to increase it. So they're going to maintain the dividend of $3, but they won't increase it. The required rate of return is 12%. So what does this look like? It looks like a perpetuity to me. Okay? A $3 dividend that will continue to be paid. So it's easy to value this. We take D1, which is $3, and that D1 and D2 and D3 will all be the same, $3. The dividend never changes now, and we'll divide it by our K, which is 12%. All right? And so PO, fair price to pay today, is equal to the dividend divided by the discount rate. $3 divided by 12% is $25. Sometimes it's the case that a company will grow at an unusually high rate, supernormal or non-constant growth for a limited period of time, and then growth will dwindle down to no growth or zero. Okay? How do we value a stock like this? Well, we'll find the present value of the unusual dividends, and then we will find the terminal value, which is the present value of the perpetuity after the period of high growth has passed. So this is supernormal growth to no growth as compared with supernormal growth to constant growth. All right, so let's look at an example. A company just paid a $1 dividend. They expect to grow dividends by 44% per year for 3 years. That's high growth, okay? After the third year, they don't expect dividends to grow. So at that point, we will sell the stock. But in the last year, at the end of the last year of fast growth, which will be year 3, so there will be 4 cash flows, D1, D2, D3, and P3, and P3 will equal D4, which is the same as D3 because it won't grow after year 3, divided by K. Not divided by K minus G, because there is no G. All right? So let's do it. First, let's compute the value of each unusual dividend. So D1 equals DO times 1 plus G1. So that's $1 times 1 plus 0.44, and that's $1.44. So D2 is equal to D1, $1.44 times 1 plus the growth rate, which is 44% again. So $1.44 times 1.44 is $2.08. Then D3 is equal to D2 at $2.08 times 1.44, and we have $3. So if we buy the stock today, we'll get 3 dividends, $1.44, $2.08, and $3. Then we sell the stock. Okay? So what will our terminal value be? It's the no growth model. Our terminal value will be D4, which is the same as D3, $3, divided by our required rate of return of 12%. So $3 divided by 12% equals $25. We have now forecast all of our cash flows. It's a 3-year problem, so there will be 4 cash flows, 3 dividends, and 1 terminal value. So let's find the present value of our cash flows. Okay, here we go. So here's the present value of the first dividend, plus the present value of the second dividend, plus the present value of the third dividend, plus the present value of the terminal value. And notice that will happen also in year 3. So in the last year of fast growth, we'll get the terminal value plus the dividend. Okay? Always 2 cash flows in that last year. All right. So let's add up the present value of the terminal values, and we come up with a fair price, $22.88. This is a fair price to pay for the stock. If we pay more than $22.88, we won't earn our 12% per year. If we pay less than $22.88, will earn more than our 12% per year. All right, here's another example. A company paid a dividend of 60 cents last year. They expect to grow the dividend 30% this year, 25% next year, 15% in year 3. After year 3, they don't plan to increase the dividend, but they'll continue to pay it. Required rate of return, 11%, which we pay. All right, so let's work this on the board. All right, so it's another 3-year scenario or situation. And so we're going to have 4 cash flows. We'll have D1, D2, D3, and P3. So we have to find those cash flows and then find the present value of those cash flows. And notice how this matches that and this matches that. Divide by 1 plus k to the third, and that matches that. And P3 equals D4, which in this case is also equal to D3, divided by k, and then we'll find the present value of that, 1 plus k to the third. Okay? So this happens again. That matches that. It doesn't match that. All right, so let's find D1. D1 equals D0 times 1 plus G1. And D0 is 60 cents. 0.6 times 1 plus, what's our growth rate? 30%. 1.3. So 30% of 60 is 18 cents. That's $1.78. All right. D2 equals 1.78 times 1 plus G2, which is 25%. 1.78 times 1.25. So let's get our calculator out to do that one. 1.78 times 1.25 is equal to $2, 2.25, okay? And the D3 equals 2.225 times 1.15 times 1.15, that's G3, is 2.559. Okay? So here are our 3 dividends. Now we have to find P3, selling in the last year of fast growth, and that is equal to D4, which is 2.559, divided by our K of 0.12. Oh, I'm sorry, 0.11, excuse me, 0.11. Our discount rate is 11%. So let's look at that, 2.559 divided by 0.11 equals $23.26. Okay? So now let's find the present value of each of these. So $1.78 divided by 1.11 to the first, $2.22.5 divided by 1.11 to the second, $2.55.9 divided by 1.11 to the third, and then $23.26 divided by 1.11 to the third. So let's find the present value of each of these. I'm going to have to go to the right calculator to do this one. All right, let's clear it out. And we have 1.78 divided by 1.11, and we get $1.60. We're going to round a little bit. Okay, and then we get 2.559 divided by 1.11 YX2. I'm using the parentheses keys. $2.08. Let's clear this out again. Oh, wait a minute. I got a little ahead of myself. Let's do this. So we have 2.225 divided by 1.11 yx to the second equals $1.81. There we go. Now we have, let's clear it out, 2.559 divided by 1.11 yx to the third, and we get 1.87. And then we have, let's clear it out again, $23.26 divided by 1.11 yx to the third, and we get $17. So our four cash flows are $1.60, $1.81, $1.87, and $17. Let's add them up. 1.6 plus 1.81 plus 1.87 plus 17 equals $22. Let me make sure this chair is not in the way. $22.28. Fair price to pay for this stock. Let me just do a little double checking here, make sure I got my cash flows right. So we got 2.225 divided by 1.11 yx2. Yep, that's correct. 2.559 divided by 1.11 yx3. Correct. And 23.26 divided by 1.11 yx3. Correct. So we got it all right. Ready to move on. All right, now, common stock valuation with no dividends. So here's a trick question. According to finance theory, what would be the present value of a company that is declared that it will never pay a dividend? And theoretically, since the value of the asset is the present value of expected future cash flows, and if dividends are the only cash flows from stocks, the answer would be 0. Okay, so if the question is, according to finance theory, what's the value of the stock of a company that says it will never declare a dividend? The answer is 0. All right, so let's look at non-constant growth, then no more dividends. All right, so here's an example. Assume a company pays a dividend of $3 in year 1, $5 in year 2, $8 in year 3. Then they plan to completely eliminate their dividend. What is a fair value for the stock if the required rate of return is 15%? Simply find the sum of the present value of the 3 dividends. So we will simply find the present value of the 3 dividends. So let's look at that. So here's the present value of the first dividend at 15%. Present value of the second dividend at 15%. And the present value of the third dividend. I guess I can put my calculator down, use this clicker, and $11.65 is a fair price to pay for this stock. The present value of the expected future cash flows. And by the way, there is no terminal value. Once the company stops paying a dividend, that is the end. All right, so we're finished with this clip, and in the next clip we'll cover some details about the stock market, and we'll be finished with Chapter 8. Shalom.